I'm David Thompson. I'm a retired missionary surgeon. There were many lessons that I learned as a young missionary. After we'd been in Africa for about 10 years, I was the only surgeon for a couple 100,000 people. I was working about 120 hours a week. And I knew I couldn't keep it. I couldn't sustain it. By that time we had 2 children and I wasn't spending enough time with my family. And I kept asking God to send somebody. One day I was really frustrated. I said, God, why can't you do this? This is an easy thing. Send me another surgeon to help me. And that's when God said to me very clearly, he said, David, you train them. And I thought, well, that was a random thought. There's no way that's going to happen. And I kept praying. And again, God said, you train them. I said, well, how? God began giving me some ideas, and then the next year we went to the CMDA conference in Kenya, met all these other surgeons, and they were all in the same boat. We were all experiencing the same thing, burnout, and some were quitting and leaving. We got together and I just proposed to them what the Lord had said to me, and they said, yeah, let's do this. We need to do something. We need to start training Christian African doctors to be surgeons. And so that was the beginning of Pan-African Academy of Christian Surgeons. The idea was we would set up American-style 5-year surgical training programs. We'd use the same textbooks as I was trained with.
Imaging, I would like to image the joints.
It would be a rigorous program. We would have examinations, we would have weekly quizzes, reading assignments, and there would also be training in the operating room with our residents starting in day 1. Along with that would be a discipleship program because we wanted to make disciples.
Our hope and our desire for PAACS is not that we just live together, but we do life like Jesus did with his disciples.
Because at the end of the day, we're not just interested in training surgeons, we're interested in training individuals that provide high level of surgical care from the standpoint of alleviating suffering in the name of Jesus.
It wasn't necessarily what they said, but how they lived their lives that touched my heart. And you could see Christ in their lives, and that to me was what attracted me most.
And we were discipled to be Christian surgeons. Many times, as you shared with a patient, they would give their life to Christ. And that would be really good because you have not only made an impact on their physical health, but you have made an impact that is more eternal.
The impact of PAACS is that as we train these men and women and they go back home, for the most part, to the places where either they grew up or where they were serving before, they now have new tools, new skills, and it allows them to be so effective in ministry, and they have earned the right to share because they provide excellent care.
I ask you, Lord, to guide us as we make each and every decision.
My biggest dream was to train and go back and help my people because they have nobody. It's really sad. There's no one there for my people. So with this training, I get to give back to them.
There's just a lot of need in this continent. I feel like God has called me to go to somewhere underserved because there's just so much need. And there are people who will never be able to access surgical care in their lives if people don't go.
As we grow as an institution, we've also embraced our graduates and other African surgeons to be the future trainers and disciplers. We now have over 60% of our faculty members are African.
I think as PAACS started, it was started by missionaries in Africa, but very few faculty were African. So when we were training, we did not see ourselves as potential faculty.
Our graduates are multiplying because they're becoming faculty to our training programs.
When you realize that a resident is picking things up and today they're not where they were yesterday. For me, who has a passion for critical care, I'm very excited when I see residents being able to do what I taught them to do.
One of our graduates is chief of surgery, one of our graduates is the program director, and another one is assistant program director, and my own graduates started their program, and now they have their own graduates.
What excites me most about the Pan-African Academy of Christian Surgeons is that it is continuing to grow. None of us ever guessed God was going to do something so great. It's the most exciting thing I've ever seen in medical missions.
To the people who support the PAACS program, words cannot express our gratitude.
It's not only impacting one person, it's impacting generations to come.
Thank you lives are being touched.
Only God in heaven can reward you for the training of Christian surgeons for rural Africa.